Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is actually going to be a voiceover. I wasn't really feeling being on camera this week, but we're going to jump right into it. Today's episode is season 1, episode 5, called Extremely Close, and there definitely were some extremely close things that were happening. So if you want to hear my thoughts on episode 5, keep watching. I have recapped other episodes that will be in the description, and I also have a TLC playlist called Other TLC Shows. So yeah, let's dive right in. Okay, so first up we have Kay, Jerry, and as I said in my little text that came up, Jessica was not in this episode. So, as if you remember from last episode, Kay kind of suggested that her and Jerry get away, so they went back to the cabin where she was quarantining. Kay does not drive, so Jerry's son had to drive her back to the cabin for her to hang out with a bit, and then she was going to join him. Kay is a little frustrated because she feels like it's kind of hard to get to know someone when their ex is constantly there, which she is not wrong. Jerry claims that he is looking for brains and he's trying to find, I guess, get to know Kay more to see if there's more to her because obviously he's attracted to her physically. Y'all, if you didn't know, Kay actually has a hidden talent where she can find out if someone has had sex recently. So what she did is she put on this little dance for Jerry to kind of see what was going on and see how excited he got. And I guess if he didn't get excited, then that meant that him and Jessica had just had relations. Jerry claims that he is kind of moving forward very hesitantly because according to him, better sex equals crazier women, so he's taking it very slow. Okay, as I was saying, Jerry loved the little dance, but he is proceeding with caution. So they went back upstairs. I guess he passed the test because they ended up going back upstairs and got into like a bubble bath. But yeah, Jerry's loving it. Kay said she likes Jerry, but she can't move forward till she figures out what is happening between Jerry and Jessica, which is a valid point. I mean, let me tell you exactly what she said. Kay said she feels like Jessica still has feelings for Jerry because she's acting like a jealous girlfriend, just meaning that she's constantly interrupting them anytime they have alone time. I believe Jerry was kind of nonchalant about it and was like, well, maybe, like, he's kind of confirming, but not really. I don't know. Maybe he's never had this conversation with Jessica to kind of see what she feels, but I definitely get that she is interrupting moments, you know. Um, like I said before on a previous I've been having like a country twang lately. I don't know what's going on. Like I said on a previous video, I just feel like she is jealous that Kay is messing up their system. Obviously, they've been living together for a while and they have a way that things are supposed to go, and bringing Kay into the equation kind of messes that up. So next up we have Alex and Caroline. So I guess it is the time to introduce your significant other to family, because next up Alex is being introduced to Caroline's mother, Lisa. Caroline's mother has her own blog called Shelf Life of a Trophy Wife. I guess the way Caroline explained her mother in certain, I wouldn't say that they were bad, but what I got away from it is that her mother has a large personality, and I think having her mother appear on television and then seeing her in the clips that we saw her, I feel like that's the best way to put it. Plus her blog kind of says a lot. But Caroline is different from her mother. Caroline said that she was hesitant to introduce Alex because Caroline sort of resents her mother in the way that her mother treated her a certain way when she was a child. She felt like her mother mostly focused on her sister. So I guess when that comes down to it, she kind of felt like she was second fiddle, like she didn't get the attention that she needed. So a lot to unpack. One, Alex, they had to drive like over an hour to get to Caroline's mother. And Caroline even said that even if her mom lived down the street, she still wouldn't see her that often. Alex is like, I hope Lisa likes me. Also, but Alex also mentioned that he like matches energy, so I guess, which we definitely saw when we were introduced to his family. But I guess if Lisa, got a little bit left, Alex was willing to go a little bit left as well. So the dinner definitely started off awkward. First of all, it looked beautiful. Like her mom presented this beautiful like presentation for them. Amazing. Lisa got right into it. She said that she thought Alex was gay. She also found it strange that they were dating for 2 years and now she is just now meeting Alex. And Caroline kind of said, to be fair, I didn't meet any of your first like couple husbands. I guess Lisa's been married a couple times. And Lisa comes back and says, actually, you did meet my second husband because he was your father. And then it was that like touche situation. Alex was like, this is uncomfortable. He said that he would rather walk through the mall naked than continuing to endure this dinner. I'm like, that is such an Alex thing to say. Wow. Okay, as I was saying, basically there was a breakthrough that happened because Lisa actually apologized. She said she wasn't the best example of what love is. And Caroline was kind of just like, yeah, I did the exact opposite of what you did, which made me find true love. Lisa said she just wants someone to cherish Caroline. Caroline's basically it kind of got to a point where like Alex is crying because he's like, I love Caroline and I want to take care of her, and Lisa's crying because she's like, wow, this is really love, like this must mean something because she's introducing Alex. And Caroline just said it's hard to be vulnerable because she grew up with one parent that had no emotions and then another parent that had every emotion. And that's so true. When you don't have that balance, it's obviously hard to know where to find yourself. But Lisa just ended it by saying that she loves Caroline, so it was good overall. Okay, so last but not least, we have Jimmy and Wendy and Lisa and Jack. So if you remember last time, there was a bit of a hiccup because Jimmy's wife, Wendy, feels like he's been flirting a little too much. So Jimmy says his wife says he's flirting. Basically, let me just take it back. Okay, so Jimmy is kind of in a predicament because on one hand, he's saying that his wife says he's flirting, and then for his ex-wife, Lisa, he says that she wants to rehash things from the past. So he's basically saying he's in a lose-lose situation. Oh, and last time I couldn't figure out what the boat was called when they went to the swamp, but it's called an airboat. I think I called it a swamp boat or a fan boat, but it's an airboat. So Wendy decided to try to get to the bottom of things by playing Truth or Dare. And I think Jimmy instantly was like, no, this is a bad idea. And Lisa was actually for this. But of course, it went left. So Jimmy actually found out that the first meeting, quote unquote, they didn't call it a date, they called it a meeting between Jack and Lisa, involved Dominic. Apparently that was the first time they all met, and he was shocked to find out that Dominic was there at that meeting. Maybe it was like a party gathering or something, but Dominic was there. So Lisa goes and asks Jimmy if he regrets anything, and he said, of course. Then she says, did you ever love me? And he said, yes, I loved you when I was dating, then we were married, and now I love you as a friend. And Lisa also said, do you think that we could have gotten a second chance? And Jimmy says that nothing would have changed. And that kind of set Lisa on a bit of a journey, I think, internally. He kind of said that even if they had gotten back together, that nothing would have changed between them, that their relationship would have stayed the same, basically meaning kind of that eventually they would have gotten to the same point where they're at now. He was like, we both moved on. I'm with Wendy now and I grew, you're with Jack now and you grew, and that's how it's supposed to be. And Lisa said that she carries guilt over her decisions. Jimmy said that he forgives Lisa, and then Lisa said F you and throws the chair practically in the fire. So, yeah. I'm sure that I forgive you from Jimmy didn't help things, because it seems like she kind of blames Jimmy. Well, I don't want to say blame. I think they both think that they did wrong things, but for Jimmy to say I forgive you, I think was not the right place to throw that phrase in. Yeah. And he has said that he has apologized like tons of times for everything from the past, but it seems like the apology is not enough. I think for her, in order to move on, she has to tell Dominic the truth. Maybe that's why she hasn't been able to move on. I mean, we don't know if times before Dominic has kind of been like, oh, why hasn't mommy and daddy gotten back together, or questioned things that way, and maybe she felt that like she couldn't really be honest, or maybe Dominic may have said something and it kind of made her just think about the situation. Obviously, I think in order for her to move on, she absolutely needs to tell Dominic the truth, but obviously Jimmy doesn't want that. So, yeah. I kind of put like, if she's still having issues, I feel like they probably need to go to a family therapy session to work this out, because 19 years is a long time to continually hold on to this. In fact, at another spot, Jack came when she got upset. She like went into the RV, and Jack came to comfort her, and she accidentally called him Jimmy. But yeah, Lisa just basically said that taking this trip, everything is coming to the surface, and I guess she did not expect that at all. But yeah, it's been 19 years, and I guess being in a confined space is definitely bringing things out that nobody expected. So yeah, that's what happened with them. Okay, so that is the end of episode 5, called... Why do I always do this? Sorry, that's my desk creaking. Oh, it's called Extremely Close. What did you think of the episode? What did you think of Hayes kind of letting Jerry know what's going on? Do you feel like there might be something going on between Jessica and Jerry? What about Alex and Caroline? I mean, do you think that they're going to end up together? They are kind of moving towards marriage. They're introducing families. What do you think of them? And then obviously with the Jimmy, Wendy, Jack, Lisa situation, how do you feel that this could be resolved? I mean, it's a lot happening here. So, but then I'm thinking that means that Jack and Lisa have been together for a while, because if this introduction with Jack and Lisa happened like when Dominic was younger, they've been together for a while. Or maybe, yeah. But anyway, that's a tangent. Yeah, so what did you think of this episode? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, comment below on episode 5, Yumi and my ex in general, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching. Definitely thank you for listening. Okay, bye.